Begin your practice of Yoga Nidra by making yourself really comfortable. Rest in a way that means your body can deeply relax and let go. Ideally, take a position that means you can be comfortable for the duration of your practice, so that you don't have to move or disturb your body. Feel free to pause this recording if you need to, so that you can take time to get really comfortable. In these first few moments of the practice, take time to listen. Listen to sounds around you. And the inner sounds of the body and the breath. Feel like you're listening with the entire body, not just the ears, hearing, but the whole body to sensation and feeling. You're sensing the atmosphere around you too, the space around your body. As you open into this experience of listening, feel yourself welcoming in everything just as it is. No resistance to your experience. This attitude of welcoming is the essence of Yoga Nidra, and we will return to this again and again throughout the practice. Take a moment now to reflect on an intention for this practice. What do you need today? What would best serve your experience? This may arrive as a question to explore, or your intention may be very clear to you. You may have an intention to feel yourself as this welcoming, this surrender to the inner and outer life. Or perhaps to explore a particular sensation, emotion, thought, or belief. You may wish to touch your deep underlying nature of stillness and presence. Or you may wish to simply rest and let go, or to feel safe, relaxed, secure, and at ease. Take some moments now for yourself to find, clarify, and be with your intention. As you take time now to find and reflect on intention, you may naturally call up or stumble upon deeper desires. Take a moment to reflect. What fills your heart with joy and with love? Is there a code or something deeply meaningful to you by which you would wish to live your life by? What do you want most for yourself in this lifetime? Perhaps a wish for integrity, authenticity, freedom, compassion. Maybe acceptance and surrender. Take some time now to find your own language and feelings that describe your heart's deepest longing to you. And as the truth of this longing arrives, you can give up thinking about it And allow yourself to have this as a feeling, as an embodied experience. The feeling of your heart's longing living in you in this moment, as if it were already true. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel how gravity acts on your body and how the surface you're resting on rises up to meet you and hold you. Can you feel how, in this moment, you are safe? You may wish to stay with this first-hand feeling of being grounded, feelings of safety and ease. Or you may wish to come along with me to create these feelings through memory, images, and associations. Reflect for a moment on a place you love to be in, a place in nature, a house or room in which you feel safe. It could be from memory or created as fantasy. Just see what comes up. It may also help to reflect on people who you trust, who you can be authentic with, or who support your own vulnerability. People that give you feelings of safety and well-being. They may be friends or loved ones, archetypal figures, people of fame or history whom you respect and trust. Maybe a teacher or a great benefactor. You may choose to weave in other images or memories that bolster this feeling of safety and ease. Now let go of the thinking and memory and images and feel down into your body and live in these feelings of ease and peace that you have created. Begin now to take your attention into the mouth and notice the feeling of the tongue, the floor of the mouth, the insides of the cheeks, both left and right, the roof of the mouth, and the feeling of spaciousness, like a cave inside the mouth. Trace and follow that feeling of spaciousness back into the throat, feeling into the walls of the throat, noting any tensions that may be living here. And allowing the attention to move inside the ears, attention dividing now left and right, feeling inside both ears simultaneously. Feel into the folds and the valleys of the outer ears. And be aware of the sensation of the cheeks, the touch of air on the skin of the cheeks. Feeling of the nose and the sensation of breath passing through the nostrils. Be aware of the eyes. Feel the left eye first. The sensation of all of the muscles and that which surrounds the eye. And then the feeling of the eye itself. And then move to the opposite side. Again, feeling around the eye. And then the eye itself. Feel both eyes together. Giving up thinking and just feeling a sense of radiance or aliveness here, as if the eyes could see in all directions simultaneously. Let the attention then move back inside the head. Just feeling. Then aware of the eyebrows and forehead. Sensing any unnecessary tension here. The top of the head. The back of the head. Back of the neck. Take a moment now to feel the entire head, the mouth, throat, ears, cheeks, nose, eyes, inside the head, top of the head, back of the head, all coming together and felt at the same time. So the whole head becomes this feeling of aliveness, a dance of life. Bring attention over into the left shoulder and shoulder blade now. Sensing down the outside of the upper arm, the outside of the elbow, outer forearm, wrist, back of the hand. Feel the fingers and the thumb, and the palm of the hand. Giving up thinking and just feeling the palm, the fingers, the back of the hand. Bring attention up through the inside of the forearm, the inner crease of the elbow, upper arm, inside, and the feeling of the warmth of the armpit. And then move attention to the opposite shoulder, feeling the right shoulder and shoulder blade. Outside of the upper arm, the outer elbow, the outer forearm, wrist, the back of the right hand, all of the fingers, and the palm of the hand. Feel the palm, the fingers, the back of the hand. Giving up thinking and allowing attention to just live here in the sensation of the hand. Come through the feeling of the inner forearm, inner elbow, inside of the upper arm, and the warmth of the armpit. Come to feeling both hands simultaneously. Every cell of the hands comes into awareness. Bring attention to the throat, to the nape of the neck, and sensing down into the feeling of the chest, ribs. Feel the side ribs, and the feeling of your upper back and mid back. Bring attention down to feel the lower portion of the torso, the abdomen, belly, side waists, lower back. And then sensing down into the pelvis. Feeling the pelvis as a bowl or as a container full of sensation. Feel the pelvic floor, front wall of the pelvis, back of the pelvis, sacrum, tail, and the two side walls. Currents of sensation moving through the pelvis. Sense into the left hip. Feeling of the left hip becoming the thigh. Attention moving down through the leg. Streaming down through the feeling of the knee, foreleg, calf, ankle, and the left foot. Attention moves to the right hip. Feeling of the right hip becoming the feeling of the thigh. Through the knee. Foreleg. Calf muscle. Ankle. And the right foot. Take time now to bring all of those sensations together. feeling the head, arms and hands, torso, pelvis, legs and feet. And as all of those sensations come together, let yourself be really absorbed. Let the mind relax from any thinking. Just feel. Feel into the space immediately surrounding your body. And take a moment now as you feel both the body and the space surrounding the body. Noticing, where does this feeling of the body end and where does the space around you begin? And then can you take a moment to feel how this experience of sensation is appearing within awareness? Take a moment to feel back into this quality of being aware, how the body is appearing within your presence. And just noting for a moment what it feels like to be this presence. Quality of being. And allow the attention now to move back in to the body and notice the breath. No need for any particular type of breathing. Just allowing the body to breathe itself. Letting go of control and just watching as the breath comes and goes. And there may be associated feelings. Feeling of perhaps the ribs expanding, contracting. The abdomen responding to the breath. And also the transitions in the breath, the moments where the breath turns around in a new direction. You can observe here, are there moments of stillness, or does the breath feel more like a continuous cycle and flow? Notice also how there may be currents of sensation accompanying the feeling of breath. How the breathing may relate to subtle sensation in other parts of the body. And then as a practice of presence, begin to count down from 10 to 1. Each time you exhale, counting down, breathing out, 10, breathing out, 9, and so on. If you find yourself becoming distracted, then without giving yourself a hard time, just starting again at 10. And if you make it down to 1, beginning again at 10. And then let go of the breath count. Again, so we're just in the feeling of the breath. You might like to follow the inhalation as a sensation that enters through the nostrils, down through the throat, down into the pit of the belly. And how the exhalation moves back up in that reverse direction and out through the nostrils. So you're feeling 2 points. 1 in front of the nostrils, another deep down in the pit of the belly. And just allowing the attention to move between these 2 points at exactly the speed of the breath. You may notice also the transitions or the moments where you reach the end points of inhale and exhale, allowing yourself to perhaps feel moments of spaciousness here as the breath prepares to turn in a new direction. I'm noting also any tensions that may be living in the throat. And any tensions living in the pit of the belly. You can continue to follow the breath in this way if you're enjoying it or feeling engaged with it. Or you can allow now the attention to start to gather around the heart. The feeling that the breath comes in from all directions simultaneously, landing energetically in the heart. And the exhalation, the energy of the breath moves out into every cell. So the feeling of inhalation gathering at the heart. And the exhalation moving out into every cell of the body. Even moving out into the space immediately surrounding your body. Take a moment to feel back into this quality of being aware. And just noting for a moment what it feels like to be this presence. Quality of being. Your awareness. The awareness that has been moving through the body, the breath, the emotions and the mind, now turn upon itself. What is the quality of this awareness? Can you define it? Can you give it a name or an age or a particular location? Really feel back into the quality of this experience of awareness, being, or presence. See if you can find a boundary, a limit to it, or a location, a place where awareness is coming from. And as you're resting back into this quality of pure being, is there anything you could do now to improve upon this feeling? Is there anything you could know or have to enhance this simple experience? Can you find a quality of time or space in this moment? Really feel now how this witnessing, how this presence has no need for you to do, have, or know anything. How it feels timeless and spacious. Live here now for some moments, just resting in not knowing, not having, not doing. Take a moment now to be aware once again of this feeling of your body, of the breath. Feeling the quality of your inner world, your inner experience. And then feel out into the space surrounding your body, into the atmosphere around you in the room. Not thinking, but feeling your way. And then drawing attention once again into the inner world. This feeling of the microcosm. Feeling of all of these experiences moving through awareness. And then the attention moving out, feeling out around you in all directions. The feeling of the macrocosm. How awareness knows no boundaries. And then see if you can feel both together. Everything inside, everything outside. Allowing boundaries and separation to dissolve. A very deep experience of just being. even the quality of I-ness, of personalness, dissolving, a witnessing, vast and spacious. Reflect back on your journey now. Experiences of body and breath, sensations, emotions, thoughts and beliefs, and this quality of being or presence or witnessing. And find out if a new intention arises, or how this practice may bring you back to your heart's desire, your deepest longing. As you prepare to come back into life, you may wish to see yourself going about life, but now your identity, your awareness is oriented towards this feeling of being, of presence, and the equanimity and peace that you associate with it. Take your practice with you into life as a way to celebrate all that you are and all that is. Thank you.